Hey, y'all. Thank you so much for coming back to another What Else Is Going On, aka We Go Podcast YouTube video. I'm your girl, Taria. So I told y'all in the first video, I think, because I had to do it twice due to copyright stuff, but the second one went through. But anyway, I think I told y'all I was going to breakfast, and now I'm trying not to get a case of PI test. Those of y'all that know. Anyway, I have some things that I wanted to talk to y'all about. So let's get into it. First up, let's talk about Diddy. According to the Neighborhood Talk, Diddy has voluntarily given up on his attempts at bail. Lawyers filed to dismiss their appeal. Neighbors, a quick update in Diddy's legal drama. His attorneys have now filed a motion to dismiss their bail appeal on Diddy's behalf. As we previously reported, the 55-year-old star's bail attempts were previously declined by three different judges. This means that he'll now sit in jail until the actual trial starts in May 2025. During his previous attempts, he offered home confinement and to limit communication, but a judge found that he was a potential danger to the public. Mr. Combs does not seek to appeal the district court's denial of his renewed motion and hereby moves to voluntarily dismiss the appeal, the document states. I guess he's trapped. Thoughts? Now that's what the Neighborhood Talk said. I guess he's trapped. Listen, I feel like he probably was spending a grip, like probably pretty much hemorrhaging money. He's already spending money on his defense. So now he's filing appeal after appeal after appeal. And I think he probably realized if three different judges have said the public is not safe with me in the public, then they're going to go ahead and keep me out of the public. And that would be jail. So I'm thinking that he was tired of, again, spending money and realizing that he's probably going to be in there until May. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Jamie Foxx. This is according to page 6. Jamie Foxx, hit in his mouth by flying glass, had to get stitches after dispute breaks out during his birthday dinner. Jamie Foxx was involved in an altercation at the Los Angeles hotspot Mr. Chow during his birthday celebration Friday night. Jamie Foxx was at his birthday dinner when someone from another table threw a glass that hit him in the mouth. A spokesperson for the Just Mercy star told Page Six on Saturday. He had to get stitches and is recovering. The police were called, and the matter is now in law enforcement's hands. A Beverly Hills Police Department press release obtained by Page Six states that law enforcement was called to Mr. Chow at 10:06 p.m. Friday for a reported assault with a deadly weapon. Though the report of assault was unfounded, the police confirmed the incident involved a physical altercation between two parties. Officers submitted a report documenting battery and confirmed no arrests were made. The incident is still being investigated. TMZ was the first to report on the incident. A witness told the outlet that customers at another table were being rude and vulgar to the Blame It singer. When Foxx asked the others to leave him alone because his family was present, someone at that table allegedly threw the glass that hit him in the face. Page Six reached out to Mr. Chow for comment via phone and email. So let's see if TMZ says anything different. Not really. It just looks like now. So TMZ says Jamie Foxx was allegedly involved in a fight in the dining room of Mr. Chow Friday night, and he may have been injured. For the moment, details are murky, but we are told by police sources that Jamie was involved in the alleged altercation. However, he was gone by the time the police arrived. An assault report was taken, and Jamie's name is listed as a party involved in whatever went down. So police will be reaching out to him. Okay, so he was gone before they came. It says a witness of the alleged fight said that Jamie may have been hurt, but if that's true, he did not stick around for medical attention. He was there with his daughters, Corinne and Annalise Foxx, and his former partner, Kristen Granis. We have reached out to Jamie's team for more info. So far, no word back. Well, that was actually then. So y'all leave people alone, let people eat in peace, especially if, in fact, he was just sitting there minding his business, and then another table not only is, trying to get his attention, but being vulgar. It doesn't say what exactly was said. The witness didn't say that. They just said that it was vulgar. So that is crazy. Y'all leave folks alone, because that could have went really left. That could have went like really, really bad. You throwing a glass, like it's insane. You throwing a glass, a brawl could have broke out. So hope Jamie's mouth is okay. Next up, People, this is people.com. Jay-Z and Diddy accuser acknowledges she's made mistakes, but stands by our allegation as rapper releases new statement. So let's get into this. The woman who accuses Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs of R-ing her when she was 13 years old is standing by her allegations made in a lawsuit against the rappers despite making some mistakes, and that's in quotes, in her recollection of the alleged 2000 event, according to NBC News. The woman who filed under Jane Doe and is being represented by Tony Busby told NBC News on December 13th that she has made some mistakes when recalling the catastrophic event. However, she said that although her report of the incident contains inconsistencies, it does not mean her allegations are false. Let's get into what some of those inconsistencies are. Let me see right here. I was going back and forth between two articles, so I want to see. All right, it looks like per NBC News, Jane Doe's inconsistencies include the report that her father picked her up after the alleged essay, but he says he doesn't recall that. So basically, where she said the assault took place and where she lived are 5 hours apart. She's in Rochester. I believe the after party that she's speaking of was in Manhattan. So she said at the time, her friend who was 20 years old at the time is the one that drove her to from Rochester to Manhattan. She says after the alleged incident occurred, she escaped, ran to a gas station, and called her father. Her father came and got her. Again, they looked at the distance between where she lived and where she said the assault happened, and it's a 5-hour drive. So the father is saying, I don't remember that. He did say he does remember picking her up one night, but something like this, he feels like he would have remembered. She said there's a lot going on. He said there's a lot going on in his life, but he still feels like he would remember that. Again, he says he doesn't recall. Next up, she also claimed to have spoken to celebrity Benji Madden at the after party. She said that Benji and his twin were there. She noticed his Last Supper tattoo, and she was kind of like drawn to it because of her religious background. She said they had a conversation. However, his people have come out and said he was on a tour in the Midwest. He was on tour in the Midwest, so he would not have been at the party. Additionally, photos from the event show Carter and Combs at different locations. However, the rapper's whereabouts for the evening are unknown. So basically, where she's saying it happened, they don't have photographic evidence of Jay-Z and Diddy being there. They do have photos of them being somewhere else. Now, that's not to say that they didn't go there, because we know after the party is the after party, and after the party is the hotel lobby. And so it's not saying that they weren't there. They just don't have photos of them being in that space. However, they do have photos of them being in a different space. So we can't say for sure they were there or they weren't there. She says you should always advocate for yourself and be a voice for yourself. The now 38-year-old woman told NBC News, you should never let what somebody else did ruin or run your life. I just hope I can give others the strength to come forward like I came forward. She said she was living in Rochester, New York in 2000 and snuck out of her house. Blah, blah, blah. We already talked about that. The friend that she said was 20 at the time that drove her from Rochester to Manhattan is deceased now. So she's not around. Give me 1 second. So she also says, give me 1 second, because I want to get into, okay, so now I want to get into Jay-Z's statement. He says, today's investigative report proves this attorney, Busby, filed a false complaint against me in the pursuit of money and fame. And this is his statement to People. This incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. This was over before it began. This 1-800 lawyer doesn't realize it yet, but soon. Carter's attorney, Alex Spiro, issued a statement to People. It is stunning that a lawyer would not only file such a serious complaint without proper vetting, but would make things worse by further peddling this false story in the press. We are asking the court to dismiss the frivolous case today, and will take up the matter of additional discipline for Mr. Busby and all of the lawyers that filed the complaint. People also reviewed a filing that Jay-Z's lawyer Spiro made to the court Friday night after Jane Doe's NBC News interview was published. The interview outs plaintiff's allegations for what they are, a sham, claiming that basic facts in Jane Doe's narrative, the who, what, where, and when, were wrong. Spiro alleged that Jane Doe claimed to have spoken with Good Charlotte singer Benji Madden, which we talked about, but he was on tour in the Midwest, allegedly forcing her to admit, I have made some mistakes. He also disputed her claim that the alleged assault happened at an after party at Combs' home, but photos placed him and Jay-Z at a nightclub for the after party instead. In summary, Jay-Z's lawyer wrote, Jane Doe's complaint filed has no factual basis whatsoever. Now, Tony Busby, who is the lawyer defending her and countless others, said, our client remains fiercely adamant that what she has stated is true to the best of her memory. We will continue to vet her claims and collect corroborating data to the extent it exists. Because we have interrogated her intensely, she has even agreed to submit to a polygraph. I've never had a client suggest that before, Busby told NBC News. He continued, we always do our best to vet each claim made, just as we did in this case. This has been extremely distressing for her to the point she has experienced seizures and has had to seek medical treatment due to the stress. People reached out to Busby and Diddy's representatives for comment. Yesterday, a lawyer admitted that over 50 people falsely claimed to be victims. Today, for the second time this week, a Busby plaintiff has been exposed. This is the beginning of the end of this shameful money grab, a statement from Diddy's attorney reads. Listen, I am for advocating for victims, holding space for victims, believing victims, all of that. I also recognize that we need to look at the facts that presented, evidence that's presented, and hear it all. I think about the woman that recently just came out. She accused the lacrosse players of R-ing her. She came out and said it never happened. So again, I'm a woman. I advocate for women. I mean, and for men too, if they're victims, right, of crimes. However, again, I think we need to make sure that we look at all sides to everything. And I will say, with these inconsistencies, it does kind of make you raise an eyebrow a little bit and say, well, did this happen? Not believing her, just again, looking at all sides of it and wondering, well, where do they go from here? At one point, she made a statement that, well, this is a case that's over 20 years old, so she may forget something. And it's like, well, I mean, can that really be used? Like, hey, it's over 20 years old, I may forget something. This is a serious accusation to make, to level against people. So we need you to remember, and there not be inconsistencies. I mean, that's not even just this case, with any case. So I don't know. It's a hard one, because again, I'm for victims getting justice 1000%, but then I'm also for looking at evidence and not just blindly jumping on a bandwagon. So we'll see. We'll continue to follow the story, see how this plays out. And with Attorney Busby, it seems like he's in a lot of things, like a lot of back and forths online, if you will. I don't know. So, but we'll see. Like I said, we'll continue to follow the story. They say that they're going to go after the attorney. So, and the Busby did say that he's vetting people. I mean, that he vetted her, and they're continuing to vet her story. So that did make me question, when you take on a case like this and as you're going public, is that all supposed to be vetted before it gets out? Not you continuing to vet, unless new evidence is coming to light. I get if new evidence is coming to light, you have to continue to vet. But if she just giving you the evidence, shouldn't that all have been vetted before all of this came out? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Any lawyers out there? Let me know that are watching this. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. See ya.